All right, I'm going to really quick go over some of the stuff we went over in class today just as a review for this video. First things we talked about was Mendel's experiment, a little bit about his background. Make sure you know that. He was son of peasants. Gives him a little advantage on picking the pea plant. Obviously, he was all he did was he took T.A. Knight's experiment and then copied it, and he used mathematics instead of where T.A. Knight was just trying to increase his crops. One of the things we talked about is how it was important that he selected pea plants for various traits. And we talked about that. This is directly from your notes. If you didn't get to this in class, the reason why pea plants were good is because they were tall. They had either or characteristics. So one or the other for 7 different things. For example, tall versus dwarf, inflated versus constricted, pod color, flower position, flower color, seed color, and so on. And you kind of see that. And then these are what those characteristics actually look like over here. So this goes right in your notes. Make sure you have that. Realize those are the different characteristics, and they're either or traits. We're going to find out next time in class that one of those is dominant and one of those is recessive. Dominant versus recessive. Part of your homework is to find out what those two terms mean. One of the things we said was that Mendel, he looked for general trends in inheritance, and he came up with, he used a lot of plants, which is important, large number of plants. We're going to talk about sample size being extremely important. The larger the sample size, the more accurate it's going to be. If you flip a coin 1,000 times, you're more likely to get a true 1-to-2 ratio than if you flip it once or twice, or 10 times even. So larger sample size is going to be important, and he uses these following symbols that we need to know. Number 1, the parent generation. He's going to take 2 plants, call one each parent. So we'll take a purple, for example. He'll take a purple plant, and he'll cross it with a white. Those would be considered the parents. The offspring of that would be called the F1. He would then take the F1 and get your F2. You have the actual names here. We usually just use P1, F1, and F2 generations. Okay, and so that's kind of what some important things that you'll need to know. That's just a picture of my dog. Someone figure I'd throw that in there. There you are. Okay. The last thing we talked about probability, and there's the correct formula for probability. Just realize it's successful outcomes divided by the total number of outcomes. If we need both events to occur, so we need to flip 2 coins and they're both equal heads, you will take the probability times each other. So it's 1/2 probability to get heads on one coin, 1/2 on the other. You times that, and that gets us 1/4. Okay, so if you need both events, that's how you do it. If you roll 2 dice, you both need to get them to be a 2, for example. They both need to be 2. Probability of rolling a 2 on one dice is 1/6. Probability on the other dice, you have a 1 in 36 chances of rolling 2 2s. Okay, so make sure you know that, because on the portal, I have for you a worksheet that you will need to complete for next time. It is as a PDF or as a Word document, so it's 2 things that are exactly the same. They're about probability and some terms from the book. You'll need to look those terms up. Terms like heterozygote, homozygote, Punnett square, phenotypes, and then you'll need to actually get a coin and flip the coin around a little bit to make some accurate predictions on what the probability will be. Hope you're having a good weekend. If you went on retreat, hope it went well. Hope you went to the prep game. Watch us beat Westside, and see you guys later.